With no goal, don't be surprised if you end up nowhere. My friends, our goal each and every day is to get better and better and better at following price movement. That's all we care about, is accurately following price movements. You can listen to the news all day long. You'll hear one talking head say one thing and the next say the completely opposite. And of course, they all claim to be right, and they can't be. So what do we care about? We care about price movement and accurately predicting which way it's going to go. And how do we do that? We use three things mainly. We use what Jesse Livermore, one of the most famous traders ever, it's who I'm dedicating this next book to on three-wave trading, is price action and volume, comparing those two, and of course using trend lines to help you follow that price action accurately and know when it is falling off. Now, let's jump first into the S&P 500 like we always do. We have a green spinning top for this week, sitting right there on that trend line. Another down day today. Well, market's not closed yet. It's got about 30 minutes. But right now we're at minus 1.4%, so 0.14%. So not much down, pretty much flat. But you can see here on the latest 2-day candle, you can see how it has penetrated through. It'll finish drawing tomorrow through the 2-day trend line on the S&P 500. You can see where yesterday was a big down day. That is Wednesday, and then Thursday down in the morning, not so much in the afternoon. But are we seeing the top? Is everything about to roll over? Can't tell you that. We saw a lot worse back here in late April, early May, and then things took off again. So we'll keep an eye on things. We're keeping the powder dry, paying attention, because of course this move has been beautiful to us, 12+%. Just absolutely amazing. Now let's look at where we are on the Qs. The Qs has dropped below the prior trend line, still a green spinning top. We can see that on the 2-day chart, and on the half-day looks extremely similar to the S&P 500. But of course, where we are on the weekly is already penetrated through there. So again, watching the same kind of thing. We've seen it before, and then things took off again. So we're not just throwing the baby out with the bathwater at this point. We're waiting to see which way to go. So that is where we are on our two big stock indexes. Let's move on to bonds. Man, the down move in bonds took a while to get going, but when it got going, the going got good. Look at this volume for the week. Super high down volume. We see these latest four, well, it's really 3.5 because it's just halfway drawn. 3.5 2-day candles just bounding down 2.34% for the day, well below that weekly trend line on the 2-day and on the half-day, moving in the right direction, and super high volume on this weekly chart. You can see, when's the last time we saw it? Right here where it topped out and hit, of course, what has been a place where up movement has stopped. It's what we call a ceiling. Now, do we have a floor around here? I don't know. That's where it bounded down to, the deepest point in the last year that it bounded down to on bonds. So we'll keep an eye on that. Always good to be comfortable about setting ceilings and basements, ceilings and bottoms, floors, if you want to call them that. Anyway, whatever, tops and bottoms, ceilings and floors. Anyway, putting the purple line in is what we do, a horizontal purple line. Again, that's what that signals, is either a ceiling or a floor. So that is where we are on bonds. That trade going nicely. Didn't feel comfortable with it until very recently. What do we see going on with gold? Well, gold moving up for 3 weeks. Actually, the big spike was in this week, beginning the 17th of July. And then last week slowing down, this week crossing over that prior trend line. We got a doji right here, 1.5 2-day candles down, punching through on that Tuesday, Wednesday 2-day candle. And again, further, and not much down for the day, just 0.08%. So we'll keep an eye on things, see where gold is going. Bitcoin up a little bit so far, 0.55%. but you can still see those 3 weekly candles heading down. So that is where we are, my friends. And of course, price action is below that weekly trend line on the other 2 charts, hoping that it'll pull back. We will be releasing for everyone tomorrow our charting cryptos, commodities, and currencies. I know you guys like that. We release it earlier in the week to our Patreon members, later in the week to everyone else. And of course, the 3-wave trades we only give to Patreon members, along with our weekly vertical crossovers. You want to support what we do here? Become a Patreon supporter, because the first thing you get, my friends, is our 3-part series, Options Made Simple, the Charting Wealth Way. You're interested in learning about options? We got the training for you, free to all of our Patreon supporters at any of those 3 levels. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters. Let us hear from you, cw@chartingwealth.com. Give us a thumbs up, like the video, and share. God bless.